Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Andos here. In today's episode, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help you get better results when playing Fortunes Keep. To be honest with you guys, at first I was not too excited about this map. I was a Rebirth fanboy. Yes, I was one of those players, Rebirth for life kind of vibes. However, after playing Fortunes Keep for a while, I think I actually like this Resurgence more than Rebirth. I feel like there's more of a skill gap when it comes to gameplay, a bit more strategy involved. Sometimes Rebirth can be a bit claustrophobic and it's really hard to solo squad teams at times. I like how Fortunes Keep is a bit more spaced out, which really changes the dynamic of the gameplay. Anyways, my squad and I have spent a lot of hours on Fortunes Keep and we have got pretty decent at it. So today I will share some insights, some tips and tricks to help you get better results when playing Fortunes Keep. Let's go. Before we begin, please smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. It just helps with the algorithm. Sub to the YouTube channel for awesome Warzone content. I do stream on YouTube almost every day. Remember to drop by and say hello. If you are interested in 1v1 coaching, go check out my website at www.andosgaming.com. This is where I analyze your gameplay / mechanics and make a training program for you to get you better results. With that out of the way, let's continue. Tip number 1, parkour. So low key, Fortunes Keep is based off Assassin's Creed. This map has great verticality and there are some great jump spots. Make sure to utilize jump spots whenever possible. Taking high ground is one of the most effective strategies in Fortunes Keep. Next time you're in a gunfight, really think about using parkour, think about elevation to give yourself the advantage. Think like Ezio. If you know, you know. Parkour is key. Having high ground is king. Keep that in mind. Tip number 2, map knowledge. This is kind of linked with tip number 1. Understanding the environment around you is key to success. Fortunes Keep is relatively a new map, so make sure to take some time to learn the ins and outs of each area. What I would recommend, try to land in similar spots so you can get familiar with the environment to give yourself the advantage. Some good landing spots are town, graveyard, keep, wine, and grotto. These are probably the main areas you should learn and get used to. You can always get familiar with the outskirts later on. Knowing the layout of the area you are fighting in will give you like home ground advantage. Take some time to soak in the nooks and crannies of Fortunes Keep. Tip number 3, doors. Fortunes Keep, there are so many buildings around. That means there are a lot of doors. Most of the time there's always a room you can run into when you get into trouble. Use doors to your advantage. So what you can do next time you get shot, run towards the door, close it behind you and reach out when you think the enemy is going to push you. Another method is you can run through a door, close it, wait around the corner and wait for the enemy to blast through. Let me break down a scenario and I'll show you what I mean. Doors are actually super useful in Fortunes Keep. Alrighty, in this situation I'm fighting an enemy team at Winery. Me somewhere probably. I bump into this enemy, do a little slide cancel, jump shot, get the kill, do the throwing knife. Boom, always going well. However, a second target appears and gets a couple shots on me. It's not looking good. So I dip out straight away. You don't want to take gunfights that are not in your favor. I make a read that this person is going to chase me down. It's pretty obvious. So this is my plan. I see a beautiful door on the right. So what I'm going to do is enter this room and close the door. Now that I'm behind the door, I'm pretty sure this person is going to push through. So what I'm going to do is counter attack and reach out. I'm going to push through the door myself and get behind the target. This is why I love Warzone. You can make these type of plays where you get behind the enemy and just finesse the situation. It really is, to me, no better feeling. As you can see, the enemy is looking the other way. I've used the door to my advantage and let's see what happens.
Oh my god. Let's go.
As you can see, doors are super useful. It's really underrated. So if you're stuck in a pickle, go find a room, close the door, wait for them to push you and reach out straight away and you should be able to get the upper hand. Just to drill it down further, I'm going to break down another example where I use the door to my advantage. So I'm fighting in town, just looking for an enemy. I get shot out of nowhere. Side note, if you're in a pickle, pop a stim. It's one of the best mechanics in the game right now to get yourself out of trouble. So I see a door in front of me. I know for a fact this enemy is chasing me from behind. So what I do, I smash through it and leave it open to make it seem like I've run away. What I want to do is surprise the target and jump through. Try to time it correctly to the best of my ability. And I managed to get the kill. It's all good. Gotcha that time. Had me Blixie. As you can see, doors are super useful. Make sure to utilize them to confuse the enemy. What you want to do as well is please smash that like button. I would really much appreciate that. I do try to put a lot of effort into these videos, so smashing the like button will just kind of push these videos out to more people. Anyways, let's continue. Tip number 4, balloons. If you like chasing high kill games, the balloons are a godsend. My team and I utilize this mechanic all the time. For example, we would land in grotto. Once we clear the area, we'd take the balloon and we split from there. Next time you need to get somewhere quick, look for a balloon. It will shoot you across the map, making it easier to get into more gunfights, which means more kills. Use the balloons, people. Tip number 5, check your mini-map. In Resurgence, when you get a kill, your enemy team will show up on the map. In Fortunes Keep, this mechanic is more important than ever. With the bigger map size and a lot more places to hide, enemies are generally harder to find compared to Rebirth. Saying that, as long as you glance at your minimap, every time you get a kill, you will have more information on where the enemy squad is, and you can act accordingly. On a side note, when you're versing a full squad, when you get it down, if it's safe to do so, go for the thirst. The mini UAV will activate, giving you more information to take on the rest of the squad. Tip number 6, slow down. Fortunes Keep is different from Rebirth. We need to keep that in mind. You need to adjust your gameplay and cater to the flow of the map. There are way more open fields, heaps of buildings, and a lot of verticality, as mentioned. I would recommend slowing down your gameplay and focus on good positioning. Focus on high ground and good angles to take out the enemy team. I always say rotate aggressively, but when the enemy is nearby, slow it down. Play smart while pushing teams, try not to overcommit. Try to pick off 1 or 2 people before running straight into danger, just so you can tip the scale on your side. Remember to play it smart, use positioning, slow it down, and you should be good to go. I hope you guys are enjoying the tips and tricks so far. Remember to sub to the YouTube channel for awesome Warzone content. Also check out my streams as well. I do stream on YouTube almost every day. For the rest of the video, for the important parts, I'll be doing some commentary, just sharing some tips and tricks, and when applicable, relating it back to the topics we spoke about earlier. Let's go.
Oh.
This was a mistake on my part. I probably should have repositioned straight away. I should have noticed that there were 2 enemies close by. I did have that information before on my mini-map. That's just something I need to work on, just remembering how many enemies are in the area. To be honest, I got a little bit greedy. Sometimes it pays off. I did want to get that third just to get more information on the mini-map. However, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'll take it as a learning experience. And that's really what you got to do in Warzone. You kind of got to look at situations where it's in your control and you made a mistake. You just got to be self-aware. And sometimes it really is just RNG. You get a bit unlucky. So that's a really important skill to have, to be like, hey, this was my fault, or hey, that was just really unlucky. Anyways, I get back in the game and I don't give up. In this gunfight, I've got a UAV up. So what I talk about is rotate aggressively, but when you get into a danger zone, kind of slow it down and play it smart. Right here, I get into the window and just kind of wait for the enemy to pick, and I get the kill. I change my angles just to try to get another easy pick. Don't ask me why I have a heartbeat sensor. I did pick it up. I get into a gunfight with this guy. It doesn't really work out well. However, I kind of just changed my angles. Key note, if you run out of bullets, just use your AR at close range. It's better than nothing if you don't have time to reload.
Here's money.
I'm just gonna slow it down here. So what I do here is kind of like a redirection, just kind of baiting the enemy. So I go left, making it seem like I'm running away, and then I rechow back to the right. I want to do a more advanced breakdown on this move in one of my next videos. So yeah, make sure to smash that sub button. I did manage to get the kill. After the kill, I repositioned straight away and I could see on the minimap that someone is pushing me. So I pre-aimed the door. If you know someone is aggressively pushing you, just pre-aim and that should give you the upper hand.
Out here. Behind.
This is a move I recommend everyone learning. I'm just gonna slow this down. I know an enemy is in front of me, so I slide cancel to the right to make the enemy think that I'm going to peek this way, but it really is just a bait. I slide cancel back to the left and catch the enemy off guard. Being able to redirect your slide cancels is super useful. Make sure to learn this technique. As mentioned, when you're stuck in a pickle, use your stim and get away. I hide behind this wall to armor up. I can hear this person pushing aggressively, so I'm able to get this easy kill. Of course, my enemy team is holding hands, so what I do now is do a redirection bait. I make it seem like I'm sprinting away, however I recharge straight away and I manage to get the kill. As mentioned, using the redirection and just tricking people that you are running away is super effective. Again, I'll try to do a more advanced breakdown on this technique in one of my next videos.
Oh shit.
I'm coming.
Well, that is pretty much for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the tips and tricks. I'm really liking Fortunes Keep. Make sure to give Fortunes Keep a go if you haven't already. Yeah, just some final thoughts. Just remember to learn Fortunes Keep. The map is huge. There's a lot of nooks and crannies. There's a lot of pathways, a lot of verticality. So learning this map to get the advantage is essential. Parkour, and use the balloons, use the doors. It plays a little bit different from Rebirth, so make sure you adjust accordingly. I have taken a break from editing, but I'm back on track. I'm really motivated to pump out some more videos. So guys, stay tuned. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to sub to the YouTube channel. Check out my streams as well. On a side note, go check out my squad. Terminal EXE is a 5KD player. He streams every day on YouTube. Check out Nasu. He has a lot of shorts. He's a controller demon. He's been helping me out a lot. And NemsAU, the 6'3" Aussie guy on Twitch. Go check him out. I'll leave all the links in the description. This is the A squad. This is my boys. Please tell them I said hello. Well, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I wish you all the best and good luck on the Warzone.